Hey, good morning. It's Andy. Today we're going to cover some of magic words. Phase one. Hold on one second and let's pull it up. And away we go. So we're going to talk about magic words today. Here's Cammy. Cammy's going to talk about magic words for beginners, courtesy of Phil Jones. And what are the words that we're going to talk about today? We're going to use false phrases that'll help you hone your skills. Can we be open-minded? What makes you say that? It works great. And a derivation, you should expect good ones. All right, let's see how we use them in context with our friends. So first, the magician begins and open-minded. So we want to say thank you for being open-minded. Great. I appreciate you being open-minded. This might come after you asking them, hey, do you have a few minutes? Hey, I'd like to get on calendar for you. Hey, would you like to know more? And if they say yes or okay, that's where we say to them, thank you so much for being open-minded. There's also an advanced method of this. The advanced method is, thanks, John. I find that there's generally two types of people in the world. There's those people who judge before they've tried it, and those who judge from their own experience. And there's those who resist change and those who adapt and embrace changing times, right? These are two different ways you can use the open-minded, right? Instead of just saying thanks for being open-minded, go, thanks, I really appreciate it. You know, there's several types of people, entrepreneurs like you, right, or people who judge from their own experience, and sometimes closed-minded people, you know, they judge before they've tried. So different ways that you can present that. Think about it. All right, here's Bob. And Bob is taking on Thea. Bob says, I'm not interested. And Thea's going to respond, Bob, what makes you say that? Now, Bob can have all kinds of objections. The point of this objection is this is an objection that doesn't make any sense, right? There's no validation. So really what you're trying to do is get Bob to give you the real objection. Uncover the real objection. That could be a couple different. I don't have the budget. I don't have the money. We don't use outside services. We don't use offshore services. You don't speak English. There's so many different ways. All of those can easily be responded with, Bob, what makes you say that? Here's Bob again. This time, Bob's taking on Cammy Whammy. He says, well, how do you do that? Cammy says, Bob, we do it great. Bob might say, how does it work? Cammy will respond with, Bob, it works great. And what kind of results will I get? Well, Bob, you'll get good ones. The point of this is, let's put some positive spin on our initial response. Of course, they're obviously going to ask you to, like, well, what do you mean by that? And you're going to have to give it more detail. But at first inclination, you want to make sure you give it back to them with energy. All right, so what did we learn today? We learned the first phase of magic words. We appreciate you spending time with HIK today. How to be open-minded, what makes you say that, and what type of results can I expect? Thanks again for participating with HIK.